Welcome to The Catalyst, an exciting and insightful podcast produced by Northeast Iowa Community College. I'm your host, Amy Lasik. Together, we'll explore the people, programs, and partnerships that make Northeast Iowa Community College unique. From student success stories to behind-the-scenes info about athletics, innovation, and industry collaboration, each episode dives deeper into your community's college. Get ready for an inside look at the impact of community-driven education at NICC. All right. Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to The Catalyst. Today, we're talking about something new and exciting happening in Delaware County. I'm joined by Donna Boss, Executive Director of Delaware County Economic Development, to share a little bit more about a new partnership that NICC and Delaware County have for the Delaware County Community Leadership Program. This program is more than just leadership in the workplace. It's about helping people grow their skills, connect more deeply with their community, and see the many ways they can lead and make a difference right where they live. But first, before we dive in, I want to encourage all of you, if you enjoy hearing about local leadership and education intersecting, do us a favor, follow the show. Your support helps us amplify the voices making a real impact right here in Northeast Iowa. So welcome, Donna.
Well, thank you for having me, Amy. It's always a pleasure to see you.
Well, we're excited to talk a little bit about this, but before we jump into the new leadership program, can you tell us a little bit about you and the organization that you help run right there in Delaware County?
Well, Delaware County Economic Development, we're celebrating our 40 years here in business. So it's been wonderful to be part of this organization for 20 plus years as the Economic Development Director.
Wow, so 20 years.
I'm a little over 20 years now. And I actually started my career in economic development as the value-added ag coordinator in December 1st of 98. I was housed in the extension office here in Manchester, Delaware County, and worked under a series of grants and a series of economic development directors before I said, you know what, I can do this. So, and here I am.
That's
how
great.
Many years later?
Yeah, amazing how fast the time goes, right?
Oh my gosh, it's just a blur. And also a little bit about myself. I'm a farm wife. I'm a mother. I'm a grandmother. My former life was medical. So I've been blessed to be able to look across all sectors from agriculture, advanced manufacturing, healthcare, business, industry, and be able to truly understand all those different aspects as we're here today, connect education to employment.
Well, that's great. And I know there are a lot of great things happening, not only in Manchester, but in Delaware County. So for somebody hearing about this particular program for the very first time, the Delaware County Community Leadership Program, why did you feel like it was so important for that to be something that we get off the ground?
Well, Amy, many years ago and before COVID, we had been partnering with NICC. And after COVID, the leadership went away, and you can start to see a void with some of those areas throughout the county. So it's wonderful to put together this program with you together to offer everything across the county. And it is not just for those coming out of college. It's not for those that are the 40 somethings or the 60 something. It's for everyone. I think we put together a wonderful array of leadership across all ages. And no matter what your age, it's never too late to get involved.
Yeah. So why is a program like this so important right now for Delaware County?
Well, some of our leaders are starting to get a little tired, I would say. I'm not speaking for everyone, but it's great to have a leadership program in place. I don't want anyone to ever think, oh, I don't need to get involved because Donna will just take care of it, for instance. No, we want to be here. We want to be mentors. We want to be able to. A good leader can be in the background. We can do what we can do and help move you along. However, it's one of those things, but they have to have the history of why did we get here in the first place? So that's what's great about this series that we've put together, Amy.
Yeah, so let's dive a little bit more into the actual series itself. So it's a 5-part series and
Right.
it's a cohort model, right? Can you talk a little bit about what individuals would learn throughout the process?
So I think it's important to know that how we are all wired. So, for instance, years ago when I took an advanced leadership class, it was a different style of trying to figure out the way you ticked, if you would.
Hmm.
But the colors that we are doing on our first day, Amy, will help set this tone of and how you react back and forth
Yeah.
with certain people. I think that is also key, and be able to do this in a way that's respectful and be able to still be friends if you agree to disagree, and be able to still be friends when you walk out of any meeting and think about things and like, oh, okay, now I understand their side of the story.
Yeah, so important to know yourself a little bit so that you can
Mhm.
set that as a foundation, right?
Very, very much so. And we're blessed that we're going to start our kickoff at our wonderful campus at Regional Medical Center. Third Floor Veterans Center, they have been a partner in leadership for years, and being able to kick off and then to also have a wonderful tour in the afternoon when we are done with class for everyone to see the new surgical center that's
Mhm.
going to be opening this summer. We are just so blessed, and what a wow we have here for healthcare in Delaware County.
Yeah, and the tour and just being able to get inside the walls of an institution like that and understanding that that's going to be something not everybody in the community gets to do unless you're part of this class.
That is very true, very true. And then on day two, we travel down to Hopkitten, and you're going to say, why Hopkitten? Well, Hopkitten is where the home of our Delaware County Historical Society is. They have a beautiful historic college campus, and we'll learn about how things when the bell rang for during the Civil War, all the
Mm.
boys on campus left, except for a couple. And Phyllis Hillers, a retired school teacher at the West Delaware Community School District, will be leading us through that history. But also, how did agriculture come to be such a huge component of leadership? Years ago, the Grange came across the Midwest when the trains were traveling to help open markets for farmers out here on the plains. And how have things evolved? How has
Mhm.
extension evolved with their programming to help set leadership with 4-H, for instance?
Yeah,
um,
I love the intersection of getting to learn the community you're in as well as leadership lessons throughout. So day 3.
Day three is Economic Development and Entrepreneurship Day in the community of Edgewood.
Fun.
Um, Edgewood is home to a wonderful array of small businesses. Along with seeing small businesses, we'll be doing a tour of Kendrick Forest Products and also Edgewood Locker. Both entrepreneurship, ground level, family owned, and boots on the ground, and how they have truly value added their products and making it such a wow that it is today.
Mhm. And I
So,
know day 4 be Education and Government Day, right?
Education and Government Day, again, will be showcasing the new NICC Manchester Center for those in the class and some tours there. We're going to have firsthand conversations and tours of our beautiful Delaware County Courthouse, learn about their new construction and addition that's going on. We will also be touring the West Delaware CTE area. And again, the employment and education component, our school to work activities that we do in Delaware County are just showcased as one of the top in the state of Iowa. And again, doing it with partners like NICC, right along with our sides, help make it the catalyst that we are today. No pun intended that we're talking on the catalyst that this is truly where we're at. Again, but as people grow, you know, any stage of life, you're continuing to grow, to continually to educate, and again, to being the best that you can be. I try to live by the 4-H model to make the best better. And I truly try to live by that each and every day.
Yeah. And so those 4 days jam-packed with lots of information. We have speakers coming in to teach a lot, but then you also really just get to see things hands-on. And then we wrap it all up on day 5. I want to talk about what that day looks like.
Day 5. Wow, what an opportunity. It was just announced of what the name of this beautiful Franklin Street building will be. It's Big Mike's. It's going to be a alumni situation of coming home. And again, they're forecast to open next spring, but we will get the first glimpse on February 4th on graduation day. So Amy,
Exciting.
What a wow. Just what a wow for all of those that I truly encourage to join us on this leadership journey. Again, the lineup of speakers that we have put together for learning modules and things, it's not just networking is huge, but it also helps us learn and how we react to different situations too.
And I know for a lot of smaller communities, it is so important to retain our leaders within the community. Can you talk a little bit about the role that employers might play in sending their folks to something like this?
Oh, you bet, Amy. So for instance, if you are looking to advance yourself professionally and think that there is a team lead position available, come to this class, better yourself, and take home that and show your supervisor that you've taken the initiative, that you are wanting to do what is best for them. You have already chosen Delaware County as the place of choice. And again, let's continue to make the best that we can be.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's such a really important point for our employers to understand, is that if somebody's invested in the community, if they're engaged in the community, it's going to be a lot easier for that employer to retain them as an employee of the community. Right?
Yes.
And like you mentioned earlier, new leadership, new eyes, new ideas, always needed.
Always needed. Again, when you're in meetings, sometimes you do have to reflect back of, okay, this is how we did some things, but that doesn't mean that we're not open to new suggestions and looking at that. Nothing's worse than hearing, oh, we tried that. That's not going to work. No, maybe it just wasn't right for that time of life, but now it is. So, but you're absolutely right. The more that we are Iowa nice and Iowa kind, the better we're all going to be, and assisting with our neighbors and doing and working with them side by side as we are growing all of our nonprofits, our civic organizations, our city councils, all of the above. So I encourage everyone. I know our class size is limited, but Amy, I believe we are set that if we have an overflow of wants in this class, we're going to do it again in fall of 27 then too.
Yeah. Just keep building up that pipeline of leaders in Delaware County.
Absolutely.
So what does the process look like? Does somebody sign up for this? Is there an application? What does the next step if somebody's listening?
Well, you can apply today, nicc.edu/dcoleadership. There's a barcode above that just put your camera to, and there you go. Your iPhone will take you of how you should get registered. So again, we encourage employers to send people that you are seeing firsthand for yourself growing in your own pipeline. But again, as I've mentioned, or if you are someone that you're thinking, I would sure like to better my leadership skills and make me a better person, I encourage all factors of life to apply, because there's no right or wrong for this.
Yeah, very good point. We're not just talking the 25-year-old eager to be a leader. Really, anybody, if you've lived in Delaware County for many, many years and you're interested in getting more involved now that your kids are grown or you have more free time on your hands, anybody can join this class and get a better sense of the community.
You bet. And if somebody's iPhone is not working, please feel free to stop in our office at 223 West Main, or stop in to the NICC Center in Manchester. Mr. Vance will help you get registered. I'll help you get registered. You have a 1-800 number that will, you have folks on staff that will be able to address and help too. We're here to help.
Absolutely. And it looks like the applications are open until July 30th. So you got a little bit of time, but wouldn't wait too long. As Donna mentioned, seats are a little limited. We can get you on the wait list, but I would encourage you to get involved now if you can want to be the first ones into that new building there in Manchester.
You
get to
bet.
see that. Yeah,
you
fun.
Bet. That'll be, that is just the icing on the cake. So what a wow to end this professional leadership class. That is, yeah. Come be one of the first to see it.
And bring your family to the graduation too. We want to encourage everybody to do that. So Donna, as we end up our Catalyst podcast here, we have a little segment that we call Fact or Fiction. So we'll read a statement off to you and you'll tell us whether that's fact or fiction. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So what about leadership skills only matter in the workplace? Is that fact or fiction?
Absolutely not. That is homegrown. That is absolute fiction.
Great. And then Delaware County Leadership Program is only for people who work in the government. Is that fact or fiction?
That is fiction. That is very much fiction.
Definitely want all walks of life, all industries to be a part of this.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
How about people are more likely to stay in a community if they feel connected to it?
That's a fact. That's truly a fact.
Yeah.
Everyone wants this sense of belonging to somewhere, Amy. So again, you can think back to some of your courses that you've taken, and I'm sure you can think about that friend you sat by all the time and probably still connect today.
Yeah, absolutely. That networking piece of it is invaluable.
Absolutely.
You mentioned this a little bit earlier, but the program includes a backstage pass to the county courthouse and local manufacturers. Is that fact or fiction?
That is fact.
Yes, get to see some things you normally wouldn't, which is pretty cool.
You bet. Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. How about this last one? The leadership program is only available to residents of Manchester.
Oh, that's very, very false. It's open to Delaware County, our great citizens of Delaware County, and probably the greater Delaware County area, because we have so many folks that drive into Manchester, Delaware County for their choice of work and employment. And again, if they can see what we're doing, they might want to just move on over and get connected with one of our great 3 school districts that we have in Delaware County also. So
that's great. Yeah. So Donna, I want to thank you so much for being here and helping this program be brought to life. NICC is super excited to partner with you on that. This is definitely the kind of program that makes a difference, not just for the individuals, but for the community as well. So Donna, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Amy. This has been a great pleasure, and I look forward to working side by side with NICC for this program and other programming for many months and years to come.
Well, we look forward to working with you as well. And if any of you are listening and you're looking to grow your leadership skills and get more connected in Delaware County, this is a great place to start. If you want to dig in deeper on the sessions themselves or put your application in, you can go to the website, nicc.edu/DCO leadership. Or you can give us a call, 563-562-3263, extension 1399. So thank you for tuning in for another episode of The Catalyst. We'll see you next time. Thanks for joining us on this episode of The Catalyst. If you enjoyed the conversation, make sure to follow or subscribe on your favorite podcast platform so you never miss an episode. Want to learn more about NICC and the many ways we support our students, partners, and community? Visit nicc.edu for more resources and upcoming opportunities. This podcast is produced by Northeast Iowa Community College and hosted by me, Amy Lasik, with executive producer Tessa Hill, producer Travis Hunt, and graphic designer Ashley Conzen.